Thank you, Dari. As you mentioned, no opening night in college basketball anywhere compares to opening night at Rupp Arena, college basketball's winningest program. And tonight, the preseason #1 team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats, open against the Antelopes of Grand Canyon. Wildcat fans hope it'll be a memorable season, and John Calipari is going to try to do it in a memorable way for this program.
Well, it's a program that's on the rise. A lot of financial support at the for-profit university, and they got an outstanding coach in Dan Marley and Todd Lee, former Kentucky Wesleyan head coach, associate head coach there.
And we are playing in the SEC. Kentucky in the home white with the first possession. And that is going to be basket interference against the Antelopes as Kentucky jumps out to the early lead.
And you see Harrison going to the post early, taking advantage of the size on the perimeter. A lot of people talk about the length of this team, referring to the inside guys. I think the perimeter guys pose just as big a threat, Dave. We saw it on that first possession with the point guard post up.
A lot of people like those quick guards. I know you have said consistently you can't coach big, and that's why you love the Harrisons. Nice box out by the freshman Karl Anthony Towns.
Good job by Grand Canyon of getting back in defensive transition. It's priority #1 if you're going to stop these Kentucky Wildcats.
How many times have Wildcat fans seen the Harrisons knock down a triple from outside the arc? Pretty move right there. And Smith couldn't hang on to it.
That's twice that Grand Canyon's gotten the ball right at the rim with a chance to score. Let's come away empty-handed. Have to finish those plays against a team of this caliber in UK.
Aaron Harrison with a floater. This is the wide, and you can see big Marcus Lee, the way he can play defense on the perimeter. Shot clock now under 10, and there's Ulis with a steal.
Probably the only player on either platoon, Dave, that doesn't finish that with a dunk that brings Rupp Arena to its feet.
We approach the 12-minute mark of the first half. Grand Canyon still hanging around. And there's the first triple on the first field goal attempt for Indiana's Mr. Basketball, Trey Lyle.
Control, sees the floor really well.
What a pass. How about Dakari Johnson off that set play to the freshman? Pretty one. Royce Woolridge, whose dad was the late Orlando Woolridge. He's the great nephew of the great Willis Reed. As Paulie Stein is able to answer, but Woolridge.
I got that one. Got some fouls called on me as a freshman playing against the Cavs.
Yes, you did. Playing for the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers.
Well, they've gotten better in every way. Physically, mentally, they're better. How they approach the game. Andrew Harrison's been outstanding as a floor leader, making all the right plays, and it's a simple result that comes from experience. They've been through it once now.
How about that crossover by Woolridge?
This is as aggressive a team after makes of pushing the ball in transition as I've seen John Calipari have here in his time at UK.
Paulie Stein with that block. It's the 5th of the night for the Wildcats. Okafor again. That play by Towns as the big fella makes the catch and the finish. And Dan Marley wants a timeout. '15 regular season opener for the nation's preseason #1 team. Paulie Stein got a piece of another one. Did that look? Drive from Matt Jackson. Ulis with a long three. I like this kid.
He's capable of making that shot. Hasn't made a three in the first 2 exhibitions. Everybody got good for the Kentucky team to see him knock that one down. Good read. Defense went underneath the screen. All that he brought, and almost a little bit of an Andrew Harrison better watch out. And as a coach, I'm looking at it going, Andrew Harrison's fine. He's 6'6" when the game starts, and he's 6'6" when it ends. And Ulis will be a nice little addition.
Boy, that Kentucky defense just keeps collapsing. You think you've created an opening, and it takes somebody getting lost as Marley gets a bucket in Rupp Arena.
Not talked about enough, Dave, is that, yes, all those guys got drafted and they're playing in the NBA, but for players to understand, hey, only 3 of those guys are max guys. We got DeMarcus Cousins,
right,
and John Wall, and soon to be Anthony Davis.
Preseason #1 for the 2nd straight season. Last year they came up 1 game short before losing to UConn in the national championship game. And how about that follow by Cauley Stein? "27 points, the Kentucky lead. And there is another Wildcat block. Number 9.
Got to get down and help on defensive rebounding. And that's really the only weakness that comes with it. And that's really not a weakness, it's just a matter of focus.
Woolridge has got the task of checking Ulis. I believe that's what you were talking about right there.
He's going to get in the paint and shoot over you, but defensively, if you leave their big to swipe at a ball, you're probably not going to block a 6'6" guard driving the rim.
I really do. We're going to look up as Lyles gets it to go and draws the foul.
Maybe the biggest advantage of the platoon system, Dave, it has changed the message from who's going to play, how's he going to get everybody in, to this is about our team getting better and winning. And even flying to the rim like we saw Alex Poythress. You better get a body on him. Platoon system, really good defensively around the rim. Did not share the basketball as well as they did in the exhibitions. John Calipari want to see that improve.
Kentucky blocked 10 shots. They forced Grand Canyon into 21 turnovers. They put 4 players in double figures.